Hey guys, on here tonight, we got our first full trailer for The Mandalorian Season 3. We reacted to the teaser that came out of D23 not too long ago. We've reacted to every episode of the show so far, as well as the Book of Boba Fett, Andor, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. We also reacted to Star Wars Visions, and if you're looking for my Tales of the Jedi reactions, those are actually over with The Real Rejects. Me and Greg checked those out together, and those are hosted over there. You can also check it on my main page. I have a created playlist just for those to help you guys out. We are currently in the middle of watching Bad Batch right now. Check those out. But yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to this. I love this show. I love what Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau has brought to life with this and the progression of this story, this narrative, and I'm very excited to see where things go from here as we kind of dive more into the Mandalorian lore of it all. And I think we're heading back to Mandalore itself, which I'm very excited to see how they recapture this. You know, they've teased, you know, familiar and new faces, both coming to rise in this season as well. And I cannot wait. I cannot understate how much I'm excited for this. So we're going to go ahead and hop into the trailer, guys. Let's check it out.
Our people are scattered like stars in the galaxy. What
Ooh.
What do we stand for? Being a Mandalorian is not just learning about how to fight. You also have to know how to navigate the galaxy. That
Aww.
way, you'll never be lost.
Yo, man.
I'm going to Mandalore so that I may be forgiven for my transgressions.
Dude, I can't wait.
This is the way.
March
There's
1st.
dangers happening out there. And by the time
Yo.
it becomes big enough for you to
Yo!
it'll be too late.
Excuse me?
Hang on, kid.
Oh my god, dude.
This is the way.
Dude. Oh my god, that looks so good. Don't know where to start, man. Yeah, we are the ruins of Mandalore, man. It's ooh. Because despite everything he's seen on the outside world, the other Mandalorians he's met and all this stuff, he's still got this like beholden chain wrapped around his neck to his beliefs, to the Watch and all of that, you know. So like he you know, as he was told before, the only way he could be redeemed in their eyes for what he's done, his transgressions, is to bathe and be baptized in the waters of Mandalore, which, you know, by their understanding, don't exist currently, or the ability to get to them or access them has completely been permanently destroyed. So it seems like this impossible task, but he's still so entrenched in this ideology that he was raised on that he's going to try. He's going to try to find a way to reclaim his honor, make himself a part of the clan again. And, you know, I feel like I hope and I would like, because I don't recall what the status of Mandalore and a lot of the Mandalorians are in the post Return of the Jedi order in the current canon. I don't recall what, you know, because the sequel trilogy obviously didn't touch on it really whatsoever, and I don't recall anything being in the visual dictionaries about too much of it. So I'm very curious. I don't know. I honestly don't know where this is going. And what I would like to see is a reclamation of Mandalore by maybe the uniting of all of these scattered clans. Because I like that he talks about, you know, how it's more than just fighting. You know, it's about navigating the world and then talking about, you know, what is it we stand for right now? Because what is it? Because right now, as clans individually, they just exist to survive on a day-to-day. They don't really have a people, not a united people anymore. They don't have a place to protect. So, like, we know Bo was trying to get the Darksaber yet again to once again try to reclaim Mandalore, believing it to be, that the Empire and the word of mouth that is destroyed and gone is just propaganda. She doesn't believe it, and it's part of the reason she was trying to go in there. And then I want to see that tension, because obviously, like, Djarin still got the Darksaber, so like, but he's also not considered a Mandalorian at this point, at least by his own people's standards. So they don't seem to acknowledge the fact that he's got the saber either. So, like, I'm very curious to see what this journey is going to be, and if it's going to eventually culminate in the union of the clans, scattered to the winds, finally uniting and maybe retrieving and reclaiming Mandalore. And what secrets are still there, because it seems to be there's some mystery about what the truth is there, that I think Gideon knows something about, which I can't wait to see how we explore that. We got a shot of some Jedi at the temple, which I assume in this season, based on that alone, we'll get a taste of Grogu's escape. Maybe a little bit more of Grogu's memories awakening after his training with Luke, after what he's been through. We see him being able to defend himself from his little hover egg as this creature was trying to run off with him, or whatever was about to happen there. And he's just like, nope. So I'm very curious to see just how the dynamic evolves, where the story goes, who's going to pop up. Carl Weathers looking fine as heck in his new robes, man. Speaking of Carl Weathers, if you're interested at all, we've been reacting to the Rocky franchise for the first time, where he plays Apollo Creed, which I didn't know going into it. I'd never seen the movies, but yeah, man, he's just a treat. And I'm just really excited for this whole thing, man. I love this franchise. I love what they're doing with this, the vibe, the tone of it all. I like that we have like this, but we have these contrasting tastes in Star Wars here that we can both kind of, indulge in right now after something like Andor, which was very stimulating for the mind and whatnot. It was very gritty. It was down to earth. It was cerebral in a lot of ways. It was, but then we have this side of it, which is just all the joy, the toys, the spectacle, and the feeling that Star Wars gives. Like, this is very much a tonally in line with the Star Wars story and world. It very much carries that on. And then we can also kind of have our cake and eat it too with these other stories that are expanding upon that and being a little bit more of something that is different than what we've been experiencing, but also still feels like it's set in the same world. And I don't know. I really liking the Star Wars content we've been getting here recently. And I really can't wait to see where this story goes, man. I don't know how to express that any further. So I hope you guys enjoy this reaction. I would love to know your thoughts, because I know this kind of blazed by. There's probably a lot of little nuggets in there that I missed, which we'll probably check out a couple breakdowns for after the fact here on the channel, so stick around for those. But for the show itself, if you're not already, I would really like it if you subscribe, because we will be going on this journey through the entire season together. And like I said, I'm currently in the middle of Bad Batch, and I've covered all the other Disney Plus Star Wars shows to date so far. If you haven't checked those out, give them a go. But if you enjoy the reaction, please leave a like, drop a comment. I'd love to know your thoughts, so sound off the comments down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sharrett, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori, Corey Scott, Margaret Grace, Melita, Robert Anguiano, Raven McGann, Jeffrey Hale, M. Sephiroth, Jake Cantrell, and Amy Beck. I thank you guys so much for your continued support. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. May the Force be with you always. Take care, everybody.